Without saying its name, what is your favorite game? Lemme guess, someone stole your sweet roll? Winds howling. Not sure if it still is, but back in the day. Ah, the child of ball has awoken. The game where you drown people in swimming pools. 99% chance to hit misses. You've met with a terrible fate, haven't you? You are guilty for 100 murders. The police catch you and say that you will be free if you have a good explanation for them. What do you tell them? I'm the prison executioner, we've been colleagues for years, Dave. When the pilot asked for someone to help fly the plane, I didn't know he meant someone with actual experience in flying. They used speakerphones in public. If I stopped at 99, it would have bugged the shit out of me. I am back from the future to clean up the street of future criminals. They started it. What is the quickest way to fuck up your life? Went to school with a guy who was valedictorian. Couple years later found out he overdosed on black tar heroin. He was set up to go to Yale or Harvard, don't really remember. Either way that sucks. Drugs and crime. For fast results. Get naked in public and punch a cop. Forgot you lit a candle and ended up burning your apartment complex down, which caused the death of multiple tenants. So, heard a story about a guy that I went to high school with. He was a big druggie and the kind of guy that always wanted to look like a badass. Supposedly, he and some friends were crazy high and decided to play Russian roulette. They spun the gun and all that. And the first guy wised up and didn't pull the trigger. From what I was told, he said, "Don't be a pussy," put the gun under his chin and fired. The bullet went up through his jaw and tore off the front of the left side of his face along with his nose and eye socket. Somehow survived. Now he is missing one eye. His face is all messed up and I think he is blind in his other eye because of it. No brain damage though. Somehow. Maybe not the quickest. But punching someone who falls, hits their head, and dies. Quick. And probably unexpected. Start using hard drugs. Girls on Reddit. What's something guys shouldn't be insecure about? Singing. I enjoy it when I'm at a laid-back pizza shop and the cooks are singing. It makes no difference if they aren't terrific singers. I adore it when folks are so delighted that they can sing. It's quite acceptable not to be the smartest person in the room. Admitting you don't know, understand something isn't a sign of weakness. You come across as an arrogant jerk if you bluster your way through. Voice cracks. Every guy I've ever dated has apologized whenever his voice cracked. I honestly don't even notice most of the time. But when I do, I think it's cute. I see no reason to be ashamed of it. Talking, making noise during sex. Talk dirty, growl, moan, tell me how good I feel. It's hot. Desperately scrolling to find penis size. Being a virgin or abstinent and not being jacked. Something they should be wary of, though, is maintaining proper hygiene. That means washing properly back there. Having cut and clean nails and washing your hair often enough that it doesn't become a natural repellent. X. What seemingly nice person turned out to be a monster? Chris Watts. No criminal history. No drugs. Nice job. Nice home. Nice family. Murdered his pregnant wife and their 2 daughters. Heard Ted Bundy was a really nice dude. Bill Cosby. Growing up in Lower Hutt, NZ, I had a best friend across the road from my house. I played at his house a lot and was familiar with his dad. His dad was Jules Meekish. Turned out he was guilty of raping a small girl when I was 3 and then burying her alive so that she choked on the sand she was buried in on the beach. At the time of crime, DNA evidence was not developed. His skin and semen was found on her dead body and frozen till the day arrives that DNA testing could confirm his guilt, and he died in jail. In between that time I used to hang out at his house and play with G.I. Joes and eat dinner with his family. Jules Meekish news article. https www.nzherald.co.nz/nz/jules-meekish-the-criminal-life-and-prison-death-of-gedvalnid3f IGL 660SMJUIJJRM. Rolf Harris. Gary Glitter. What completely ruins a movie for you? Forced, rushed romance. Just, why? A misunderstanding that leads both parties to break away from each other, instead of just talking to each other like adults do. Unfunny comic relief sidekick. Pregnant women going into labor at the worst possible moment to artificially increase tension. Happens far more often than it should. So many previews. Why do they spoil the best jokes and half the plot? Obvious lack of continuity. Subscribe, my brothers.